Alright farmers, welcome back to the channel. So today we've got some new mods. Right, so a bit of news to start off with. Obviously, since the patch come out, the 1.4 patch, there has been a few issues, and in particular for people on PC that are using script mods. Now, Giants have identified that, and they have put a hot fix out for you. So check that out, get that done, and everything should be okay. There's also another bit of news that they put out on Twitter. People have noticed that since the 1.4 update came out, there's been a limit on pallets. Now, they've said, and I quote, "We added a pallet limit to tackle performance issues while playing the game. The limit is 50 on console and 100 on PC right now, but it will be adjusted with the next patch." So if you've got production chains on the go that's not producing spawning pallets for you when they should do, that's the issue. They've lowered it for performance reasons, so hopefully they'll get that sorted out when the next patch comes out, 1.5. Right, so the update we've got today, the biogas plant, 150 kilowatt by Vertex Design, 35.33 megabyte on the download. Then the changelog for that, it's got allowed unloading of hay and straw bales, fixed typo that caused straw to be worth a lot of power and digestate. That's a shame, because that's always great. Extra money, which you don't normally get. Anyway, that's your update for today. Right, the first mod we got for today is the Rustic Cabin by Elk Mountain Modding, 49.75 megabyte on the download. You're going to find it in the construction menu and under farmhouses. 40 grand to place down. Obviously, this is a sleep trigger, so if you're on a map that only allows one, you're going to have to sell what you've already got before you place it down. That being said, it does look very nice. I like that canoe just propped up at the back. That's brilliant. Little ladder. Detail on this is very nice. Very nice indeed. Oh, if we go into there, open up that door. We'll go into this room here. There's your sleep trigger. Then we go into this room here. There's your wardrobe. Oh, I like that inside. I mean, I've tried to get up this ladder, and you can sort of... Oh, there we are. I got up there this time. That's much better. Just a bit of area to store some junk, to be fair. Oh, that's very nice. Obviously, place it down. Sit down and watch a bit of telly. Oh, I like that. I like that a lot. This could be my new favourite house. Very nice. Right, next up is Dog Houses. This is by Fudzo, 12.03 megabyte on the download. You're going to find this in the construction menu and under animals and others. So we'll go into there. We've got three options. So we've got Polish doghouse, we've got new doghouse that I've got there, then we've got old doghouse. Obviously you can only have one per map, and I've gone for the new one. Obviously a new little house for your dog to sleep in. Got the same options as before. Fill up the bowl, pick up that ball. No, it's not letting me, is it? Not letting me at all. I filled the bowl, don't need to do that. That being said, it's called me Dog Admiral. Ah. Okay, fair enough. Why not call your dog Admiral? Very nice. Right, next up is Medium Garage. This is by Matej Mods, 17.23 megabyte on the download. You're going to find it in the construction menu and under buildings and sheds. So we'll scroll along to find it. There it is, 90 grand to place down. But the good thing about this, it's got the solar panels on top. So it's saying there it's going to give us 2,880 per month. Why not? Obviously you're going to have a little garage to store your vehicles in. Why not get paid for it at the same time? So open all the doors. Like so. And once you get inside, obviously you've got that door that opens there as well. You go over to the breaker box, turn the lights on. Yeah, that's alright, that is. I mean, don't get me wrong, the doors in themselves are quite small, so you're not going to get some massive equipment in there, mind you, but... Oh, I like that. I like that a lot. Right, next up is the Arched Buildings pack. This is by Michael LS, 19.24 megabyte on the download. You're going to find these three in the construction menu. The first two is going to be under sheds. So we've got those two there. Just got the arched shed there, 20 grand. And then the arched garage, 25 grand. Then if you go up to animals And then under cows, you then got the arch cow shed for 27.5 grand. Obviously, that's going to hold 40 cows and do the usual cow shenanigans. So the first one there is just a drive-through arched shed. Obviously, the name gives it away. Then we come over here. We'll open that door. Like so. And that said arched garage, didn't it? And where's the workshop trigger? You can turn the lights on, which is very nice. I mean, a garage for me would be a workshop, so there's no workshop trigger. Okay, we'll carry on. And obviously, the arched cow barn. Oh, is it? Is it? No. Oh, I thought that hatch was going to open up then. I do like a nice slurry hatch on a cow barn. Oh, if we come over there, open that door. There we are. So obviously you come in here. You're going to load your feed into there. You're going to load something in there. I imagine that's straw that side. You're going to take out your manure there. Now it does say on the website you need to take it out with a shovel. So we'll open that door. You come in there with a front loader or wheel loader, whatever, with a bucket on the front. Unload all your manure. That's an interesting take on it. Very nice. And we come down here. Here's your animal dialogue box. 40 cows. Then there's your milk taking out point. Ah, that's an alright pack, that is. Right, next up is EU Factories. This is by DMI 20mm Normandy, 12.78 megabyte on the download. You're going to find both of these in the construction menu and under productions and factories. So we'll spin the camera around. We'll then scroll along to find them. They are classed as old. There we are. So we've got old dairy and then old grain mill. Obviously it does the usual shenanigans on the go, just with the older style. So you've got your grain mill here. There's your production chain menu. Usual stuff on the go. There's your loading in point. Then your pallet spawn point at the front there. Then over here, you've got your dairy. So again, usual shenanigans on the go with that. Your loading in point there. And your pallet spawn point there. Oh, they're alright they are. If you want to go for an older style to your building. Ah, very nice. Right, next up is refillable tanks. This is by Puma 145, 10.14 megabyte on the download. You're going to find these in the construction menu and under buildings and containers. There we are. So we'll start off. We've got the diesel tank. That's this one on the end there. It's going to cost you 5 grand to place down. We then got the fertilizer tank, 5 grand again. We then got the seed tank, 5 grand. We've got a water tower, 500. And then a lime tank. Very nice. Now there is no options here, or none that I've found anyway, that allows you to buy it in. So you are going to have to nip to the shop and buy pallets and drop them in that way. But I do like the detailing on them. They're very nice. Do you like the style, the old rusty look? Like lived in sort of thing. They've been there for ages. Oh, that's alright, that is. Right, next up is the IH Ecolo Till 2500. This is by Arm Team, 4.81 megabyte on the download. You're going to find it under ploughs. This is going to require 310 horsepower from your tractor. It's got an 8.5 metre working width, 7 mile an hour working speed, 80 grand to buy. The options you got there are 3-point, extension, or 3-point. Oh, with that extension, you could tow it behind a pickup truck, though, couldn't you? And still use it. Very interesting. Obviously those bits fold out at the side. Nice squared off plough. Oh no, I like that. I can imagine doing some ploughing with the TLX 2020. That would be ace. Right, next up is the Crampy Big Body 750. This is by Axe Diamond, 6.34 megabyte on the download. You're going to find it under trailers. This has got a 37,500 litre capacity. 50.5 grand to buy as we've come straight in, although that's got 35.5 grand base price and 15 grand options, which is the extension. So why didn't that come in as standard? Which is rather random, because the standard capacity is 20,000 litres. Anyway, we'll start there. Usual shenanigans in on the wheel brands and the tyres. Then you got design, warning sign, without warning sign. Puts those on the side there, just in front of the wheels. Then you've got design there without podium, with podiums. That puts that little framework on the front there. You can see that, that's better. There we are. Then you've got capacity, obviously 20,000 or 37,500. Main colour, have any one of those, changes the framework. Design colour, again, changes the main body. And then rim colour, you can either have white or red. Oh, that's alright, that is. Right, next up is the Don 20 NPP. This is by Ross Agrotech, 16.65 megabyte on the download. You're going to find it under Auger Wagons. That name, it just sounds like it's something out of The Godfather. Don 20 NPP. You know what I mean? That's just me. Carry on. 20,000 litre capacity, 150 horsepower requirement from your tractor, 12 grand to buy. The options you got there are configurations. You got standard, extension, that puts up 24,000 litre capacity, or back to standard. Then design, so you got design 1, 2, 3, and then 1, changes the stickers on the side. Wheel setup, so standard, standard 2, or standard, just changes the tyres. And obviously main colour, we'll go over green. Design colour, just change that writing on the front really, doesn't it? Do that again, put it in white. Yeah, it just changes the labels. And then obviously rim colour changes the rims. So if you're into your Auger Wagons, that's alright. Right, next up is the Lizard PB5-032. This is by Blendart, 8.21 megabyte on the download. You're going to find these two under rollers. So we've got the PB5-032 and then the HMR2. So if we go into the 032, this has got a 54 horsepower requirement from your tractor, a 6 metre working width, 9 mile an hour working speed for 30 grand. It's alright. Then you got options there, rollers, smooth, toothed, Cambridge, or back to smooth. Change the main colour, change the main frame. Hydraulics colour, we'll go with something that's going to stand out, so we'll go with the yellow. Changes the hydraulic pistons on the top. Then got the roller colour, obviously that's going to change the part in the middle of the roller. And then the rim colour obviously does the rims. So if we come out of that and we'll go into the HMR2, this has got a 15 horsepower requirement. Oh, 2 metre. 2 metre. 9 mile an hour working speed, 5 grand to buy. Yeah, you got the frame, so you got standard, folding left, folding right, folding arms, and then standard. Although saying that, fold those out, you can hook some other things up to it. That's interesting. Then again, you got rollers, smooth, toothed, Cambridge, or back to smooth. Then main colour, we'll do the main frame. And then roller colour does the roller. 2 metre though, but you can extend it. So we'll give it a pass on that one. But apart from that, no, they're both alright. Right, next up we've got the Robert BV 3002. This is by Paolo 5090R, 12.11 megabyte on the download. You're going to find this under the animal section. So this has got a 3 metre working width, and obviously this goes on the front of your vehicle. 11 grand to buy to start with. Then you've got options there. So without options as standard, you can then add a crocodile claw, a claw arm, articulated silage cutter, fixed silage cutter, cutting jaw, and then back to without options. That's different. I mean, that there you'd normally use for like manure. I like that. I wonder if you'd be able to chop sugar beet with that. That's interesting. Very interesting. Then the options you got there on the back. So it starts off with the Manitou, telehandler, skid steer loader, wheel loader, then back to Manitou. So imagine that Manitou one's going to go on the front loader attachment, should be. Oh, that's very interesting. May need a little bit of testing on that one. Right, next up is the Lizard Underbelly trailer. This is by Mantrid, 5.12 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find it under trailers. I think that name's ace. Obviously, it is to do with how it unloads. He dumps it out the bottom, but the underbelly, it's like the dodgy side of town, isn't it? Or going to the underbelly of town. No, just me. All right, we'll carry on. So it's got an 80,000 litre capacity for 90 grand. The options you got there are dual tank or single tank. So if you want to carry two things at once, you can do that. If you want to carry just one, you can do that as well. Wheel brands and tyres, usual shenanigans on the go with that. Then you've got beacon lights, none. Front, back, both, or none. Side decals, you've got large, small, none, or large. Have a big lizard on the side, why not? And you've got the cover detail. You've got the lizard logistics large, lizard large, lizard logistics small, lizard small, and then none. Now have the big one, why not? And you got the main colour. Oh, we got some metallics on the go. Let's go for metallic pink. Why not? Yes. Then design colour. We'll go for metallic purple. Does the cover. Then rim colour. Oh, let's go for copper. Chrome copper. Oh, shiny. My inner magpie's coming out again. No, I like that. 80,000 litre capacity. And you can have two different sections in it. Should be able to carry 40,000 of two different crops. That's brilliant. Right, next up is the Rake Onyx. This is by Paolo 5090R, 6.7 megabyte on the download. You're going to find it under Disc Harrows. This is going to require 110 horsepower from your tractor, 4 metre working width, 6 mile an hour working speed, 8 grand. That's a fairly cheap price, I must admit. Oh, I like that. Very nice. Right, so our last mod for the day. This is the Case IH Optum Tier 4B. This is by Blower, 20.91 megabyte on the download. You're going to find it under medium tractors, despite the website saying large tractors. That's where you're going to find it, medium. So it comes with a 273 horsepower engine, 31 mile an hour top speed, 229.5 grand to buy as standard. The options you got there are wheel brands and the tyres, usual shenanigans on the go with that. You can then change the engine, so 273, 288, 313, then back to 273. Change the main colour, you can have any one of those, and you can change the rim colour to any one of those three. Oh, all black. Why not? That's the last mod for the day, so that's it. Done and dusted. Drop it in the comments below which one's your favourite, which one you're thinking of using. If you haven't already, hit the subscribe button, it's muchly appreciated. But for me, that's it for today, and I'll see you in the next one.